from Stitchin Heaven. I'm Janet. Today I'm going to show you a project that's simple, easy, economical, and very practical. So we are going to make a quilted trivet. So our trivets are just simply hot pads that you use to protect your furniture, your table, your counters, and we're going to use ceramic wall tiles as our heat absorption. And they come in a variety of sizes, and they literally are pennies that you can purchase. So you can see here a sampling of different sizes that you could be able to use. Today I'm going to use a 4-inch ceramic tile, which is a perfect size to put with a Stitchin Heaven cup. So that's what we're going to start with. Now we have to choose what we're going to do for the front. So there may be 3 different options we can choose from. We can choose from fussy cutting fabric, and you can even see Spider-Man there is from our grandchildren, and Patriotic, and the cats from Mia Charo. Then you can choose a panel. So we have here panels that I've cut, as well as these over here that are panels. Or my favorite is to use leftover blocks that just didn't make the grade for a quilt. Maybe wrong color, maybe points didn't match, maybe wrong size. And they just go into an orphan box. They just sit there so lonely. So now we're going to get to repurpose them for something today. So today I am going to use a 4-inch square. And all we need to do is remember a magic number. The magic number is 1 1/4. Everything is going to be cut 1 1/4 bigger than whatever size we use. So it's 4 inches. I'm going to cut it 5 1/4. If it were 8 inches, I'd cut it 9 1/4. So just remember that number. So I've gone to my closet, pulled out of my orphan box, an orphan block. Now, obviously, it's not the right size. It needs to be a little bigger. So here I go to my stash of leftover binding. I'm going to simply put a little border on here. Now, because I'm going to quilt it, I'm going to oversize it. So even though I'm going to cut it to 5 1/4, I might make it at 6 inches. So that's what I've done here. Now I've got a quick little border on it, and it's ready to quilt. Now, leftover batting, ugly back. This is when I get to buy new fabric. When I get rid of ugly fabric I don't want, and I feel totally justified in that. That backing's not going to be seen, so it can simply be used. Now this together, now I've quilted it. And I do want to show you something that we have in the store that is just one of my favorite products. It's the Mono Poly by Superior. It is an invisible thread that's very strong but very soft, and it works in perfectly. So a lot of times I'm mass producing these, and I don't want to stop and change my color thread. So I just wanted you to know that that is a great product. So I have quilted it. Now, let's go back to my magic number, 1 1/4 bigger than 4 inches, so I've trimmed it to 5 1/4. Now, this is ready to be done. I've completed the front. And this is a little encasement, so I need to have a backing. So I'm going to have 2 pieces for my back. I'm going to have a square that's my back that's the same size as this front, 5 1/4, and I have a flap. So my flap is 2 inches by whatever size I need. So this is 2 inches by 5 1/4. Now, I need to just encase 1 raw edge. So I have just barely turned it under and turned it under again and pressed. So now I have 1 finished edge of both the backing body and the backing flap. So to actually make this sit on the tile better, I like to use Velcro. And this is a sew-in Velcro. There's no adhesive to this at all. And in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flap, fold it in half, put my piece of Velcro right there just under that finished edge, and sew it in place so it looks like this. That's on the raw edge. Then I take the body, again, find the center of the Velcro, put it up against that finished edge, sew it in place. And so now I've got these 2 pieces that will hold together and hold the trivet cover onto the trivet. So now I'm going to layer the pieces together. So I'm going to go with here's my block. It is going to be face up. Here's my flap. Now if I consider that the top of my block, then I'm going to put the flap raw edges to raw edges in place, and I'm going to pin it. And you can see that the finished edge goes to the center. Now, This is right sides together again. I have the body. I'm going to go raw edge to the bottom raw edge of this block, and I'm going to pin it in place. Now we're going to use a 1/4 inch seam to sew it all the way around, and because we're going through 4 layers, this would be a good time to use a walking foot or an even feed foot to be able to go around, and we're going to completely sew it around with a 1/4 inch seam. Now because these are corners, just going to clip those corners so that they'll turn better. Turn it inside out. This is a good little tool that we have here at the store. It's called a purple fang, and it will poke out my corners nicely without me actually poking a hole in the corners. Okay, so I've got it ready. I'm going to slide my ceramic tile inside of there. Flip over the flap. Poke out the corners again. Velcro it closed, and this is how easy and simple this was to make. Now, this is endless possibilities with this. So you could match your dishes, your decor of your home, the seasons, the holidays, anything you want. It's so fast and easy and so economical to make that you can mass produce these for your guild, for your families and friends, and I've even used them for favors for events. So go to your closet, grab out some of those orphan blocks that have just been sitting there, give it a new life and a new purpose, and have fun making this trivet cover. Again, this is Janet. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.